At 16, my dad kicked me into the backyard during a blizzard with only a sleeping bag after he gave my room to my pregnant sister. My uncle showed up and found me freezing. 3 days later, Dad was in handcuffs, and my mom and sister were in meltdown. My sister Cecilia showed up pregnant with no warning. My parents didn't ask about the father or school. They just said, "We'll take care of everything." Within an hour, she was eyeing my bedroom. At dinner, she sat in my seat. Later, she walked into my room without knocking and said, "We'll need to paint over this." Monday morning, my mom called a family meeting. "Cecilia needs your room. It's the only space that fits everything." I suggested the basement. My dad said it wasn't suitable. "What about rearranging your room?" I asked. My mom frowned. "The living room is a shared family space." Cecilia sighed. "He's always like this. He can't just be supportive for once. Where am I supposed to sleep?" That's when he took me outside and pointed to a tent near the fence. Next to it was a sleeping bag in a cheap plastic bin. "Your temporary setup," he said, "gives you privacy too." It was December, the kind of cold where your breath freezes instantly. Cecilia crossed her arms. "Tons of people camp all the time. You should appreciate that." The first night, my fingers went stiff, setting up the tent. Inside the sleeping bag, the cold still reached me. My breath fogged and froze on the tent wall. Around 8, I heard the deadbolt click. They locked me out. Through my bedroom window, I watched Cecilia paint over my posters. She didn't take them down first, just rolled right over them. She tossed some of my things into a trash bag. When my mom walked in, Cecilia said, "He's right there. It makes me feel judged." My mom replied, "He'll adjust." By the second night, my fingers wouldn't stop shaking. My phone battery dropped from 70% to 30% in an hour. I couldn't feel my toes. Then my Uncle Joseph showed up to return a heater. Inside, Cecilia told him, "Lawrence is out back being dramatic in his tent." Joseph stepped outside and crouched down. "Lawrence, you in there?" When he saw me, he stared. "Why are your lips that color?" "It's just cold." He touched my hand and swore. "How long have you been out here?" "Since the night before last." He tried to bring me inside. My dad blocked the door. "What are you doing?" "He's half frozen, John. He's coming inside." "No, he needs to learn something from this. It's building character." Joseph stared at him. "Building character? He's shivering so hard he can barely stand." My mom stepped up. "You're overreacting." Cecilia joined in. "Oh my God, he's not dying. He just doesn't like being told no." Joseph lost it. "You evicted a 16-year-old into a blizzard to make room for a nursery." My dad straightened. "This is our family business." Joseph walked me to his truck, blasted the heat, and called 911. At the hospital, they wrapped heated blankets around me. A police officer came in and asked questions. "Did you choose to sleep outside?" "No, my dad told me to." "Were you able to come inside?" They locked the door. I heard the deadbolt. Officer Larson went to the house and found the tent half collapsed in snow. My backpack was frozen outside too. "Your father insisted he was teaching you responsibility," he told me later. He paused. "Your father was arrested. Child endangerment. Given your medical condition, it escalates to a felony." 2 days later, we were in court. They showed photos of the tent buried in snow. The house lit up warm behind it. My mom said, "We didn't think it was dangerous. We needed the nursery ready." Cecilia added, "He could have come inside if he really needed to." The judge asked, "Were the doors locked?" She hesitated. "Yes, but..." The judge took off his glasses. "This is not a misunderstanding. This is willful negligence." He signed emergency custody with Joseph immediately. A week later, my mom showed up at Joseph's door, hair messy, eyes puffy. "Please, I need to talk to my son." Joseph didn't move. "You can say whatever you need from right there." "I never meant for this." "Lawrence, honey, I'm sorry." Joseph cut her off. "Stop. You locked a 16-year-old outside in a blizzard." "Jonathan told me it was fine." "You didn't check. That's the problem." She looked at me. "I miss him." Joseph's voice went quiet. "You should have missed him when he was freezing 10 feet from your back door." She left without another word. Now I live with Joseph. Warm bed, real heat, no locked doors. Last night, the first snow fell. I stood at the window with hot chocolate. For the first time, watching snow didn't make my stomach clench. I was home.